chair's so high. You take
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. And I'm suggesting that we take a vote on whether or not to remove item 2.4, the interim city manager compensation adjustment, until after the resolution from the investigation. It only makes sense to do that. So I would like to have a motion to do that. Do I hear a second? Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. So item 2.4 will be removed. So now the first thing that we're going to talk about, somebody have the roll call?
Yes, ma'am, I
And
do.
Archie's on.
Let you know Counselor Garrett is attending by Zoom.
Okay, good. First item is the resolution number 2608, bond refunding for GO 7002.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have an opportunity to refund some old bonds and potentially have a savings. So you have two items here. The first one was a bond that was sold to fund the water plant clarifier and ultraviolet disinfection system at the water plant. The original loan amount was $925,576. This loan is looked to be paid off by 2033. But this action here would put all of the loans through Business Oregon together to go out to get the best rate possible. So it's an opportunity to have a savings of potentially $19,569 is the projection, by reducing the interest rate. And if the terms don't come out favorable, we don't have to accept it.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Motion to authorize staff to execute and submit the necessary documentation for resolution number 2608.
second. Nobody's been moved and seconded to accept resolution number 2608. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, Archie, are you favor? Right,
Yes.
unanimous.
Okay, so the next item is Resolution 2609 in consideration of participation of a loan that was used to construct and install street and water line connections from the Woolen Mill industrial area on Fillmore near 4th Street and an industrial area located at 11th Street and Rose Road on all the way to Highway 101. The original loan amount was $985,000. This one should be paid off in 2031. Again, this is an action that would potentially reduce our interest we have to pay of almost $7,000.
Do you have any questions?
Motion to authorize staff to execute and submit the necessary documentation for resolution number 2609.
I'll second that. It's been moved and seconded that we accept resolution number 2609. All in favor? Unanimous.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Archie. The next item is 2.3, Community Development Department update.
Yes, so at a previous meeting, it was asked by the council to provide an update of what we're doing with staffing and community development. So we're here to provide that. The staffing assignments are intended to maintain essential functions while we're transitioning and not cause any large delays to any of our customers. The planning department staff is currently Jason Kroll, who's our vegetation manager, Jana Casson, who is a newly hired planner one, and Ann Greendale, who's a planning assistant. We have additional administrative and project oversight from Tim Lakey, who's our public works director. Amy Eastman is the office manager who's assisting with administrative and supportive functions. June Hinojosa, city recorder, has worked in planning off and on to fill gaps. So she has lent her experience to the organization for that. And Richard Taylor, who retired, has offered to come back as a code enforcement officer to help Tim through some of the more difficult situations we have right now. Additionally, we have consultant and professional service contracts in place. We have Steve Major at Dyer Engineering, Henry Hurley at Lane Council of Governments, and Shannon Franklin, who is a GIS whiz, who is helping us with all our mapping needs. The collaborative structure draws from current staff strengths, shores up functional areas with technical support through professional contracts, and is allowing operations to continue. So do you have any questions about the department?
I'm wondering who's going to be staffing the planning commission meetings.
June Hinojosa
And Jana,
and Jana, our planner.
Okay.
as long as, I'm sorry, I shut my microphone on, as well as Henry from LCOG. He'll be presenting and he's doing all the reports
Okay,
and he'll do all the presenting through Zoom
okay.
for all of the packet items. And then Jana and myself will be here.
Okay.
And Tim, if we need him.
So with
I've got
everybody on board here, how much is everybody in this list assuming responsibilities for the planning department, and how much are we outpaying towards LCOG and Dyer? I know most of them are on contracts, but how much are we outputting towards the supplement of versus hiring a CCD manager?
There's no additional output right now to what they were already doing, except for LCOG participating in planning commission and helping us in different areas. Their hourly rates less than $110, I believe. So it's insignificant in a sense.
And how much of, let's say, like Tim's time or June's time are they being pulled away from their normal duties to help assist with planning?
Well, Tim normally participated with planning about 30% of his job.
Okay,
So that is kind of a normal
function.
reintroduction to those assignments. He does have one vacancy right now we're trying to fill, so he is pretty thin. We do have some salary savings from not having the director position filled, which is more than offsetting the amount we're spending with LCOG.
And Shannon was the previous assistant for planning, correct? That's doing the GIS mapping?
Yes,
Is she now in?
she started with the electric department and
Right.
did all their system mapping and then moved over to planning.
And then she's now out of the area, correct?
She has moved across the United States.
Okay.
But we have found her to be way more efficient than going to some of the vendors to get some of the mapping done that we need done. And she is just right on it, so timely.
She was good.
Yeah, she's really good.
Any more
We're
questions?
lucky to have her on board.
Anybody else have any questions? So this is for information only.
Correct.
Appreciate it.
Does Archie have any questions? Archie?
No, I had a similar question to Josh. Just, how much additional are we paying by hiring the third parties, comparatively to having somebody in-house there?
Madam
Very
Mayor, can I make a comment?
Yes.
Okay, so in planning, we've always used LCOG. They've always done our planning, our type 3 and 4s. So now we're just using them as well for our types 1 and 2 if
2.
we have questions.
Okay, no more questions? All right, now it's time for public comment. So this is the time for 3 minutes for anybody who wants to address the council.
Jessica has a question.
You.
Hold on, let me get the timer started though, because I didn't have it set up yet.
So
Name.
I'm Jessica Markham Brink. I'm a longtime resident of Bandon and a business person. And I'm here today because I am so exhausted with the roller coaster of city managers coming through this office. And I think we all in the community, people are asking all these questions. People are going, why is this happening again? Why? They want to know. You hear all kinds of rumors. There's some kind of a schism in the city offices. Maybe there's some secret meetings. People usurping the city manager's authority. I really want to know what's going on because we have had, how many city managers have we had in the last 5 years? Or in the last 10 years, excuse me. I think that the community is concerned and then everything is very secret. We don't know what's going on. But when I was at the city council meeting and we were talking about it, I was really seeing some very strange body language from some people in the room. I mean, to me, it looked like maybe almost satisfaction, happiness. I don't know what it was, but I do know that the community was feeling really upset right now, very distrustful about what is going on up here. And, you know, you're talking about getting a new city manager, but the investigation is incomplete. What are you going to do if the investigation is concluded and the allegations aren't substantiated? What are you going to do at that time? You know, just a number of city managers who seem to last less than 3 years, but do we have one last 14 months? There's something wrong, and I really think the community deserves to understand what it is. And I think that this city needs to be, you know, run by people that are accountable to the community. You know, and that the employees who work here deserve to feel secure and understand what is going on, that they shouldn't have to feel like that the people who are leading them are doing just whatever they want. There are rules, there are so many things that constrain your behavior. And I just don't know what to think of all this. But I do know that I hope that to see that the investigation, when it's complete, is something that the community can see and understand. And I hope that the city manager is being treated, you know, fairly, and he's not just being run out of town, because that's what it feels like a lot of time, like they're being run out of town. Because what? They were trying to do their job? I don't know. You tell me.
Anybody else wish to address the council?
I have nobody else signed up. Is there anybody on Zoom?
Okay, we are going to recess into executive session for discussion pursuant to ORS 192.660, parent 2, parent F, to consider information or records that are exempt by law from public inspection.
You just pause it. Okay, Madam Mayor, we resumed online.
We'll resume the meeting, and at this time, there was no action taken in the executive session, so the meeting is adjourned.
4:45.